Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they come in right at 500, looking to get that win to bump them back above 500.
This game means a lot to them because of what you just talked about. When you can bump yourself over 500, it's a lot of optimism in your building as you move forward in the season.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. That's some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
Breaks through the contact. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. Opening minute and already a trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Go, get set.
From the gun, Anderson dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. And a look now at the Cincinnati offense.
An offensive line play is not something that comes to mind readily, but it's always a big key in a ball game. And already these guys, they're getting it done up front as we've seen this rushing attack have some early success.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
80 weapons.
Throwing again. Anderson eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Anderson from the gun. He'll throw. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard. but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, it's Pollard, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Off play action. Bradshaw escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Slide and caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off. Not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You have a lot to handle in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team...
Anderson loses the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Anderson, flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 70 yards.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do, So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
218, chopper. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check three, check three, check three.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Go there. 8, read. 6-6, bullet high. Just like that. Switch. Hit it.
Anderson eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 10-7. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Time here to remind you that coming up later tonight on Sunday Night Football, it's the Seahawks and the Eagles from Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And then tomorrow night on Monday night, more Birds with the Ravens involved in that one. Sadly not taking on the Cardinals or Falcons, though. Instead, they'll match up with the Rams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another 1st down with that run.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Being chased out left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
Come on, fellas.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bradshaw flushed out right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Bradshaw steps away to his left toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Buying time to his left. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here, complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. And a loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Anderson. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. From 10 yards out, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 36 yards out. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Forced out to his left. He's got Thompson here, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Flush to his right. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. First down, and they go back to Harris. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year as they have taken the lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Extra point attempt to come here. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take...
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Mark Barrett able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now a give, right side. Brooks. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player will the play that he likes to run best.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Anderson operating from the gun. Dancing to his left. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Brooks, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Point after, right down the middle, and that will tie us at 24. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A good pickup there of 22. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. He's got it complete to Thompson. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Let's go. Let's go.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Looking to throw. Bradshaw. And that's going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll roll him out right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Operating from the gun, Anderson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Anderson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
He's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. Flushed out right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They'll run it now out of the gun. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first. On first down, Bradshaw.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Hurry!
They'll run on first down. Harris. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick here is good. And the Steelers have won the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Steelers, they move back over 500 now at 6-5, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin.